And we'll talk a bit of Ollie Watkins after last night with Rupert as a Villa fan, of course. Probably, I imagine his nose is put out of joint that he can get a bit more go. I mean, he didn't get when he did get on. He got about half an hour, but he didn't see a lot of the ball.
Well, he had a great chance there.
Yeah.
Oh, he should have scored that, really. He hit it well enough, and it was difficult because he was waiting for the ball to come to him.
Yeah,
he struck it beautifully, but, that's the way. They missed 3 good chances, England. And
they did.
If Palmer had... I know Greece had the ball in the net 4 times. If
Greece missed about 6, though.
Yeah, that's true. If Palmer had scored, that might have been a different game, but, there you go.
Anyway, clips of the week coming up in the final hour. But talking of Villa, joining us now, current Villa player, former England player, Rachel Daly. Hi, Rachel.
I'm good. How are you?
Not too bad, thank you. Yes. How does it feel being because you made the call yourself, didn't you? Retired from international football. Have you missed it?
Yeah, I think there's always going to be a piece of you that misses that. It's the most, the most pride that you'll get as a footballer is playing at the highest level at international. But yeah, it was a career decision that I had to make and one that I'll just stick with.
You were often playing in a different position.
Yes.
I mean, which sort of feeds into a little bit of last night where we saw a fair bit of fluidity in the setup. Did you manage to see the game last night?
I did, yeah. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
It was, it was, you could call it a bold selection that I think ultimately didn't pay off. What did you make of it?
Yeah, I think it's, you can see he's tried to get, the best players on the pitch at once, which is obviously could pay off, could not. It didn't. But I think if I was Ollie Watkins, I'd be a bit disappointed to not have started that game.
Absolutely. I mean, have you been in that situation?
You might have been asked to be left back.
Yes, that's right. He could have been asked to be left back. But I don't know if you've been in that situation before when you're trying something experimental in a team and a coach wants you to do a sort of different. I mean, as I said, you did play in a position that was not completely yours for England for quite a long time. Does it make it difficult? Did you kind of sense there was a bit of a lack of understanding last night at times?
Yeah, I think with England, it's, obviously they've played with a false 9, haven't they? And, I do think you kind of take Jude out of his strengths in that situation as well. But, you got to do what's best for the team and back the manager to give that on the day and the tactical information. So, yeah, I think, look, it could have paid off massively last night and we wouldn't be talking about this, but it didn't. And we've put ourselves in a position to lose against Greece, who we should really be beating.
But the good thing is you've got a game in a couple of days. It's not like one of those where you've got another 2 months before a match. So
exactly.
he's got an opportunity to put that right straight
he'll
away.
Go back to what he did in the first 2 games. He's surely not going to try that again.
Well, it'd be interesting. Harry Kane isn't ready for that one. It'll be interesting to see.
He's got strikers.
He has got strikers. Yeah, we'll come on to that later. So, from a Villa point of view, from your aspect, Rachel, what have you made of the start of the season? It's been a touch tricky so far, hasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's new manager, new style, a massive squad now, which we haven't had in previous years. But I think it's coming. Hopefully this weekend we'll get the win. But I think it's one of them that once you get the first win, you start to build momentum. But we've played some good football. It's just converting that now to getting the wins.
Yeah,
a bit like Arnie Slot at Liverpool. Bompasta's come in at Chelsea, having to succeed a legend in Emma Hayes, and she seems to be doing like him pretty well.
Yeah, brilliantly. I think with teams like a Chelsea or a Liverpool, they've already kind of established themselves. Whereas at a Villa, it was a project. We were building something, and obviously then change of management, change of style, obviously changes a big dynamic within the group. We're learning a new style in pre-season. We're learning, how the manager works and wants us to be as a team. And yeah, I think we're in a bit of a different spot because we weren't necessarily established to kick on from something that was successful the previous year.
Yeah. I mean, there must be a real buzz around the club at the moment, the way things are going with Champions League football and Unai Emery doing a fine job. Is there much interaction between the men's and the women's teams there?
I mean, there isn't because, their schedules are just manic. They're away a lot when we're at home and stuff like that. But yeah, they're doing brilliantly. Super fun to watch, really enjoyable team to watch. And obviously Unai's a genius. So long may that continue.
You've got Leicester at home at the weekend on Sunday afternoon. They're again on 1 point just below you in the table. But no one's running away with it. It's all still pretty tight, and it is very, very early in the season.
Yeah, it's early, and that's the beauty of it. We've got time to fix it. Like I said, it's get a win on Sunday, and I think the dynamic changes completely. You get your 4 points if teams around you aren't getting the points on the weekend, then you're right back in the thick of it. So, yeah, not panicking yet, but definitely need to start picking up more points.
Big game at the top on Saturday, Arsenal against Chelsea. Arsenal need this, don't they? Because in the way the WSL is, if they fall behind City and Chelsea, they're going to find it hard to make the points up.
Yeah, definitely. I think they're going to have to come out fighting against Chelsea. It's difficult to play the champions, of course, but I think they're gonna start to fall out the pack if they don't get that win. Massive game, but got to turn it around.
There'll be a big crowd though right behind them. There's no question. Arsenal do well in that sense, don't they? Playing at the Emirates.
Sure.
I mean, you've obviously noticed the increased interest in the game and the more people coming to all the matches. It's the development of the women's game in your career has been pretty massive, hasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I think obviously I always go back to the fact that we won the Euros. That kind of was a pivotal moment for us and for women's football in the UK. Attendances rose, and you saw a lot more people interested in the women's game. So it's massive now. It's on its way up, and the next generation below me are going to fall right into that, which is perfect for them. And hopefully we can continue to grow the game and get interest in the game and just keep driving attendances.
And finally, it is Blood Cancer Awareness Month, and you've become an ambassador for Cure Leukemia, haven't you? Tell us more about that.
Yeah, my grandma was diagnosed 8 years ago with chronic lymphocytic leukemia, which is a type of cancer where the bone marrow makes too many lymphocytes. And so it's been a part of my family's life for the last 8 years. So it's something that I was passionate about. And I went to an event and I met James there who got me involved in it and talked so passionately, and so with so much drive to go and find and help fund get things for research trials and nurses and really kick on with raising awareness for leukemia. And it was something that it was a no-brainer for me, so hoping to use my platform to raise a bit of awareness there.
Yeah, absolutely. People can go to cureleukemia.co.uk. It's a subject, unfortunately, I had in my family as well. It's a disease that my dad had, so I know what people go through with it. So, more power to them. cureleukemia.co.uk. Rachel, good to talk to you. Thanks very much.
No problem. Thank you.
Rachel Daly there, Aston Villa striker, occasional England left back.
Good player.
Very good player, yeah. Missed in the setup, definitely.
Paul Hawksbee and Andy Jacobs, Monday to Friday afternoons 1 till 4 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.